I don't like my straight out of bed train wreck look. This is even worse. It's just crazy how much it shrinks. Like, everybody who compliments my hair doesn't fucking understand that. Look at how long it actually is versus what it does if you leave it alone. And the reason I'm saying this is because ignorant ass people, I guess, is all I can say. You have like this perception of the world as you want to see it, and you just apply it without knowing anything. The reason I guess posting this is because I get compliments on my hair so often, and depending on who you are, I may or may not tell you how I truly feel about my fucking hair. Because there's the occasional person who's like, you must really love your hair. It has so much character. It's so dynamic and stuff. And I'm like, no, I hate it. What? How can you hate your hair? It's so amazing. It's so beautiful. Like, you don't have to hate it or this and that. And I'm like, I'm not the only person on the planet who has ever said that they hate their hair. I just feel more confident, and my opinion of myself is greater when I have a different style going for it. In my mind, I have proven that I look better with hair that is not so crispy curly. I have seen it with my own two eyes. I have confirmed it. I'm like, wow, I feel much happier, much confident when my hair is straight, or when my waves are a bit more relaxed, I guess, as opposed to crispy curly. And then somehow some of these people try to proceed to lecture me on how I need to be proud of who I am, proud of my roots, proud of all this bullshit, proud of my image. And I'm like, what makes you think that I don't? If I had issues with my image, I would have such a severe inferiority complex that I would straighten my goddamn hair every single week, or do what some people do, which is not wash it for long periods of time, just to not have to do the work that it takes to get your hair to whatever state it is that you get it to, when you have to treat it or straighten it or style it, whatever it is. When I straighten my hair, the most I can go with it is for 5 days. And then after that, I'm like, okay, I cannot stand how itchy my cranium is because of how much oil it produces. It attracts more dirt. So therefore, I have to wash it with more frequency. But seriously, most people tell me, oh, it must be really nice to like wake up and the same way that you wake up, just rock your hair all day long. No! You have never had this hair, so you don't know. And I know that compliments are people just trying to be nice. It's really nice to be told nice things too. Like, don't get me wrong. As I've said a moment ago, what bothers me is when I express to people that I don't agree with what you're saying, that I don't think my hair is all that and it's that cool. And then you have issues with me expressing that, oh my God, I am another woman who is not happy with her natural hair. And you proceed to tell me that I need to be happy about, all these things. And that shows to me that you don't know me, because I definitely do not have an inferiority complex because of my hair. If I did, I wouldn't even show myself to a public job, no matter how much money I need. And much less would I make videos rocking my natural hair. The last time you motherfuckers saw me with my hair straight, it was back in 2017, I think, or early 2018. That just shows you how little I care. The only time I straighten my hair these days is when I cut it. As in, I cut it. Like, I do my personal haircuts. So I like to straighten it. I don't always do, but if I do something that I feel was a little more complicated, that's when I say, okay, let me straighten it to make sure that it's really as even as it's supposed to be. Because believe it or not, your hair being even does matter with curly hair. But you really think that curly hair just fixes all kinds of issues and stuff. But you need to be aware that no two curly hairs are the same. This is another type of curly hair. There's the relaxed, wavy kind of curly hair. Those two behave entirely different. But anyway, anytime I say that I like my image better when my hair is straight, I get all these people telling me how I don't have to settle for like the look that's most popular, or like straight hair is not the best, or say wavy hair, or the crazy stuff that you ever see the news. Every female who comes on the news seems to have the same hairstyle. It's like straight with the crazy partition on the side, and then the hair is kind of like this, looking like that, like a Melania Trump kind of hairstyle. She seems to have that hairstyle very often, in fact all the time. That is, sure, it's a cool look, but it's not really what I tend to aim for myself when I style my hair by actually drying it or whatever the heck gets it to be that state. But if I say I don't like my hair, I just have my reasons for not liking my hair. And my biggest issue with my hair type is this shit that you're seeing right now. If I don't give it a lot of attention, it just does shit like this. And I don't like it because I don't like my image with it. It's just my personality. It's just me, the way I perceive myself. I like stuff that's neat and put together, and not something that looks out of place, out of control, ultra dynamic. I don't like dynamic hair, put it that way. I like something that is very well put together, and it also, I feel like a different hairstyle, such as a straighter hair, that kind of face shape that I have is better supported by straighter hair. Again, because the way I perceive things, the way I perceive symmetry and how it affects different people's faces, there are people out there who have straight hair who I think doesn't suit them. Matter of factly, once they curly it, or if they have naturally curly hair and they go for straightening it, and I actually see them with their natural curly hair, I'm like, why do you straighten your hair? You know, like your curls happen to suit you, your natural recurring curls. It goes both ways, but if you're going to be telling someone that they need to be proud of who they are without even knowing them, you have problems. So next time you compliment someone and they say, thank you for the compliment, like I always do, I really don't like it. I just live with it. And on top of that, as someone who is responsible and productive, and I work hard, and there's some work that I do that I don't even get paid for, I don't have time to waste on things that do not really benefit me. I don't have time for my nails. I don't have time for my fucking hair. And I don't have time for makeup. I will never have time for those things. And I am happy not having time for those things. Occasionally, I get that one person who's like, let me do your makeup. And I'm like, what makeup? Who said that I'm looking for makeup? No, I have my reasons for steering away from that. Well, when are you going to let me style your hair? Never. Never. Another thing I hate about my hair is how poofy it is. Like, look, fucking poofy. I like for it to look like this. Much better, of course, if I didn't have this stuff going on. But my hair is too short up here to be able to hold it down here. But to me, this look is superior in me than this. And I guess it's worth mentioning, another issue I have with my hair is fucking ponytails are the ugliest thing on me. Because curly hair ponytails look like that. Poofy, like a turkey's tail, except downward. I hate that. I like for ponytails to be more thin and just straighter in general. And I don't like for my hair to be like visible like this from behind the back of my head. I don't want it to look like it's loose if I'm tying it, do I? So that's one of the things that bothers me the most. And that's why usually if I wear it on a ponytail, I wear it on a ponytail for no longer than 2 hours, because by that time it's mostly dry and it's starting to do that bullshit that I just showed you. But for me, it's best for ponytails when they look like that. you know, like I let it go from the other part. Ponytails to me look better when they look like that, you know, that. But of course, without poofing right here, that shows you the point. Ugly ass curly hair ponytail. But everything that I just showed you does not compare with the greatest pet peeve of them all, which is when your hair is loose or even tied on a ponytail and you happen to do this. If you try to run your fingers through it, your fingers get stuck. Like you can see my head jerking. That lets you know that my fingers are stuck. When I have my hair straight, that does not happen. It is impossible. But this is my hair type. My fingers get jammed on it. And on top of that, if I keep doing that, or say if I were to grab a brush and brush it, the poofiness that I just described, it gets worse. Like, I'll show you. Try to detangle it there. It's permanently tangled, pretty much. Hello, Dusty. That is what it'll end up looking like. And I'm saying that that look does not suit me. Aha, here it is. Pretend that that's a ponytail. The more I brush it, look at it expanding and poofing up. Now imagine that, but my whole hair, the entirety of my hair, the scale of my hair being poofy like that. So it is possible for this hair to fluff into this shit. This, which I have a picture from school in which my hair did this and I wasn't aware because I hadn't looked in the mirror, and it was the worst yearbook photo ever. This shit is not good looking on me. It's not beautiful on me. Stop telling me that it is. Which I have never stepped out in public with this look. But I'm just saying that someone out there would probably think that it's the neatest thing ever. And then it even limits how much visual range I have. It officially creates a blind spot in this entire area. Which my glasses give me a little bit of a blind spot, given that the frame is like thick and it blocks some of my view, but not by much. But that is the biggest, greatest, most frustrating issue I have with my hair. If I'm going to try to do anything to it, I better have a mirror, because it's not looking like what I think it looks like. When you detangle something, you would expect for it to have like this kind of thing going on, you know? But no, it poofs up. And I hate it. All right, guys, I know that this was very random. I'm actually very happy to put this out there. I feel like I have done a video that's similar to this, but maybe it was pertaining to another thing. I don't remember actually talking about how people complimenting my hair exactly makes me feel and the experiences I have had with it. That's what I'm trying to say. I have seen it. I have tried it. So you just have to trust me that I have my personal preferences down straight. And on top of that, when I do style my hair to look like what I just showed you, I still get compliments. So in a sense, I could look at it as, oh, you're telling me that my curls were unacceptable? I could be that person. I could say that, but I don't. And I hope that you guys learned something from the kind of social interactions that I have from woman to woman that don't always go well. Not even on things that I'm supposed to be relatable to them. That stupid battery, I swear, I changed it like a month ago and it's already beeping for the fire alarm. So yeah, man, just leave me alone, man. You deal with your hair and image and leave me alone. If I say thank you for the compliment, I usually just say that thank you and leave it at that. But if it's someone that I know a little better, I may tell them secretly, I fucking hate this. And then that's when, the conversation builds up from there. And I'm like, no, I just shared this with you because I felt like you could handle it. But that doesn't mean that you know me extremely well, so. But anyway, all right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you soon.